Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast. And I'm going to do something that I have not done in a long time, and that is comment on a movie. We call this real commentary. In fact, James, you have never done a real commentary with me, have you?
I haven't. I've listened to commentaries. I know what they're like.
Have you listened to any of mine?
Yes. But not while watching the movie.
Really?
Yeah. Just turn it on in the background and be like, oh, yeah, this is that movie.
Yeah, I've done a few. I always like watching movies and recording my own voice because I think it sounds so great. But lately my laptop's battery is so horrible that I can't record commentaries. And me and James have a huge difference of opinions on this movie we're about to watch with you.
Yeah. It's one we've been talking about this for, a
while.
Year and a half. But someday we're going to go head to head.
It's going to be
a knockdown brawl.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
Anybody watch Old Saturday Night Live? Anyways, James wanted to watch Signs with me.
Yeah.
Now, James, you like Signs.
I do like Signs.
I do not like Signs.
I think Signs is a good movie.
I think M. Night Shyamalan's last good movie was Unbreakable.
I think M. Night Shyamalan's best movie is The Village.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think we'll start the movie. If you're following along with us, right now we're staring at the DVD menu screen, and we have the Vista Series DVD. I don't think there's any other kind of DVD for it.
No. And I don't think it's gotten like some kind of fancy Blu-ray release, so probably even on the Blu-ray it's just you looking at the baby monitor that's making alien noises.
Yes. Whoa, aliens. Spoiler.
Whoa. Spoilers, it's about aliens.
So we're going to get this show on the road, and I have not seen this movie in a while, so hopefully it's entertaining. And if you're listening to this and you like what we did, write into a movie you think we should do a real commentary on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that should be fun. Anyways, so we're at the menu screen right now. I'm going to hit play and make sure you try to sync it up as much as you can. Oh, static.
Hey, look, you can see them in the background as it goes in the movie.
You can.
Creepy. That's creepy.
Joaquin Phoenix, before he was
crazy.
Really crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, remember when things were always remastered by THX?
Yeah. Oh, man. I still like that sound.
Oh, man, I love it in the theaters. Do they even do that before movies anymore?
No.
Or only Lucasfilm
They
stuff?
don't even do the Sony digital one. You know, where they used to have, like, a tiger running through the woods?
Oh, that's right.
And you're like, where's the tiger going to come from? And then it just comes up behind you, and it's like, whoa. Yeah. I liked that. That was cool.
Touchstone Pictures, hey, that's a Disney company. Disney would release movies under Touchstone if they're a little more adult-oriented.
Yeah.
Which I guess Signs is.
Yeah. And then Blinding Edge, which is, of course, M. Night Shyamalan. Because he made a lot of money on those first two movies.
He did. He made tons of money. And he kept his streak going pretty much through The Village.
Oh, yeah.
What did he make after The Village? I don't remember.
The Happening.
Was it The No,
yeah.
Did he make The Lady in the Water first?
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, Lady in the Water was first, and then The Happening. And Lady in the Water, like, critically, I think The Village, it's just, that movie's very divisive. But Lady in the Water was the first one where the word of mouth on that movie was just poison. And then going into The Happening, I mean, even people like me who are huge fans of M. Night Shyamalan, like, that movie, The Happening is just shit.
Cherry Jones, she was in 24. She's President Taylor in 24.
Oh, yeah. She's really good. Anytime she pops up.
Oh, I forgot Abigail Breslin was in this, too.
Yeah. And Rory Culkin, the other Culkin.
Oh, casting by Douglas Abel. He's pretty good.
I want to talk about the fact here that music there at the beginning, this is all James. Oh, James Newton Howard. There we go.
Wow, like right in time.
Yeah, and I think this is one of his best modern scores. I think it's very, I don't know. It's got that sort of Jaws-ness to it.
A little
in the
bit
quiet
does,
moments,
yeah.
You know?
As we're sitting and watching it, I'm starting to remember the theme of this movie.
Yeah.
Music-wise, not like, the theme of the movie.
Yeah.
But it's starting to come back to me.
That's funny. I don't really like these opening credits except for the score.
Yeah, the opening credits are kind of hokey.
Yeah, like I don't know why. If these were the opening credits to like Super 8 or something.
Kathleen Kennedy, she is now running Lucasfilm for Disney.
Frank Marshall. Isn't
that her husband?
Who is in, and he's actually in one scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And here we go, starting.
Yeah.
I still think Shyamalan can make a good movie.
Oh, yeah. His movies are still gorgeous. Like, even if you hate The Village, I think that movie is shot well. You know.
Oh yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning. Which movies are you a fan of?
Of his?
Yeah.
I like The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable.
Okay. When did you first see The Sixth Sense? Like, did you see
I
it
saw it in the
theaters?
theaters because I'm old enough to have seen it in the
Right.
theaters.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people were
Me.
on this podcast. Were me and
Right.
Brad.
Yeah.
And I was the ending was pretty good, and unfortunately, I think he became known as the twist guy,
Yeah.
where he tried to make all his movies predicated on his twists.
I like that faint cross, even though it's so hokey. Like, why was there so much dirt around the cross? But I like that touch. It's one of those little things they do to tell you about this character without actually having to say it. Yeah, I actually, it's part of why I think of his first 4 films, I actually think that The Sixth Sense is the worst, because that movie is the twist. That movie, as good as the characters are, as good as the characters are, and as well acted as it is, and how much effort has to go into making that twist work, I still think that what makes that movie good is the twist, whereas I think that as those first 4 films go on, his characters get better and more interesting, and I like the story of the characters that he's telling more. His twists aren't as good, but I don't watch his movies for the twist, and I think that's why, especially with The Village, where the twist for a lot of people, either they saw it coming or they thought it was dumb. I don't care, because that's not why I like the movie.
To me, critiquing The Village isn't on the twist. It's just I don't think the movie was that entertaining.
Yeah.
I thought it would be cooler if the monster in it was real.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I love Unbreakable. I really do. I think that's his best film. I love how well it's shot. I love the characters in it, where Samuel Jackson is the exact opposite of Bruce Willis, and
yeah, because the twist there is really good, but it's also like,
but it serves a purpose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and the quiet character moments, like when his son has the gun at the kitchen table, like that scene is so good, and it's about like the superpoweredness of the movie, the plot of the movie, but it's also got all this undertone about his parents getting separated and things like that, and how frustrated that kid is by it. See, just look at that shot. That's a cool, iconic shot. That one's not.
No, it's not very good.
Yeah, helicopter shots are not great.
But, we also haven't touched on, this is Mel Gibson, and people forget how great of an actor he is.
I wonder...
unfortunately, his personal life has gotten in the way lately.
I wonder if this is like the last great, well, for me, the last great Mel Gibson movie.
I'm pretty sure it's really close to it.
It's definitely one of the last few,
because he started focusing on directing, because what was The Passion? Wasn't that 2004?
Yeah, I believe so. Here, I've got it in just a second, because fact-checking makes podcasts. Signs, and then, it really is, because after that, he makes Paparazzi, which is the first thing he directs, and then...
he started doing stuff behind the camera a lot.
Yeah. At least I think... No, Paparazzi was after... Passion of the Christ. Here we go. Passion of the Christ, 2004. And then Apocalypto in 2006, which obviously he wasn't really in.
The movie he did right after this, if my memory serves me correctly, is The Singing Detective with Robert Downey Jr., which...
You're right.
If you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, it's a tough movie, but it's good. It's so bizarre, it's really good. Yeah. And he plays a kind of a crazy psychiatrist in it. And he's the reason Robert Downey Jr. came back to Hollywood, because he paid for his insurance on that movie, and kind of helped Robert Downey Jr. reestablish himself. So
this was really like at the peak of Mel Gibson, as far as I'm concerned, or at least when I was younger. Because this, or maybe the second peak, the last peak, because it's Payback, Chicken Run, The Patriot, What Women Want, We Were Soldiers, and then this. That's like a good run of movies.
That's a great run of movies. One of my favorites. A lot of people will point to Lethal Weapon, or Braveheart.
But that's like his early '90s run.
One of my favorite movies of his is The Patriot. It's because I think it's really good. I love the story of a father doing anything to protect his family. Hey, a lot like Signs. And
see, all right, yeah.
Doesn't mean I like the movie.
Yeah. There she is.
Yeah, Cherry Jones, President Taylor in 24.
I like all this setup. I like how sort of quiet and brooding all of this is, where it's just like, yeah, eventually we're gonna stab a dog with that fork.
Hey, Karen, that chicken's overcooked.
No, that's Rory.
Rory, they're all the same. Oh, Kieran's in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Kieran thins out a lot. Look how little she is.
I know.
She's so tiny. Now she's in The Call, and she's like walking around in belly shorts.
I know. Do you know? That seems so exploitive. I was watching a trailer for it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not going to judge the quality of the movie. But
It's
it did
not
seem
good.
weird when you're watching her in the movie where she's running around in a bra. 'Cause I'm pretty sure she's still only 17.
Yeah. Which, I mean, kids that age do. It's just weird. Because, like, there she... Look. She can't hardly... Oh, no, the dog! Oh, man. See, I think this is smart. I think putting kids in danger real early on, and, like, a very human, real danger with this dog, like, the tension starts here.
M. Night Shyamalan is really good with kid actors.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Except I haven't seen Last Airbender. You have.
He's really bad there, but
early on,
I
he's
think
really
I think the
good.
performances aren't bad as much as it is everything around the performances is bad. Like if those kids were given like that script is what's bad, not necessarily the kid actors, but yeah, he always gets really great performances out of kids, and this might be the best. I mean, because he's got a lot of kids in this movie. This might be the best example of that.
Well, you mean Haley Joel Osment got nominated for an
that's
Academy
true.
Award
Yeah.
for The Sixth Sense.
I forget that he was young then.
I know, and a
Yeah.
good actor then.
Hey, Secondhand Lions is good.
No, Secondhand Lions is great.
You're right. Yeah.
I will say you're right. I mean, he does shoot movies cool. Like even this angle right here where you're just looking up,
Yeah.
it looks good. I mean, he's so good at making movies look good.
Yeah. Well, but there's also because you're at that angle because maybe there are going to be UFOs coming down.
Maybe.
He's got that sky waiting in the background. There it is. He used to be a pastor.
But see, stuff like that, though, is stuff that irritates me. Like,
Really?
Why does he come so close to the camera and say it so... I don't know.
Well, because I think like he does it a lot. There's a lot of him staring at the camera as if he sees something, because a lot of the movie is them not showing us what's going on. But I don't know, like right here. This is just a shot, like,
Well, yeah.
just a power shot of Mel Gibson, like, hey, I'm in this movie. Look how good I am. Oh, he killed a dog. Oh,
How great is she? She's such a cute little girl,
Yeah.
Even in Little Miss Sunshine.
oh yeah, she's
You know.
she's a powerhouse in that movie. That's
You
when everybody sort of noticed her.
It's such a hallmark of a great actor. Mel Gibson's so good, you believe him when he's not even saying anything.
Oh yeah.
And hey, you remember that he's Australian?
Oh yeah.
He does have
Sam
an accent.
Worthington could never pull this off.
No.
Not at all.
That's why if I was Sam Worthington, I would just, constantly have my accent. I mean, who cares?
Yeah. Just give up. I mean, not on acting or running in movies, but just on not being Australian, unless you can pull it off. I wonder if does he talk with an accent in real life, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I think I've heard him give a few interviews. Of course,
He's
it's been a
still-
while since, he's given interviews.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you practice your English that often, at a certain point it might just rub off, and the next thing you know, you're always just speaking in regular English.
Yeah, and then here's, Joaquin Phoenix, where, I mean, this was before we knew he was crazy.
Yeah. This was just back when he was a good actor. Like, he could just be in a movie and be a normal guy. He didn't have to necessarily be completely over the top and like.
And you always wonder, maybe it's the same thing with M. Night Shyamalan and Ding Dong, is they get so wrapped up in who they are that they forget what got them to where they currently are.
Yeah. I mean, I still think, like, because I'm the guy who likes this movie, this is him maybe doing some of his best work as far as having a movie that has this overarching story about aliens and such, but it's really not about that. Like, that's why the argument for me about, spoilers, hopefully you've seen this movie before, the argument where people are like, oh, it's really dumb that at the end the aliens, they get defeated by water. Why would they come to this planet if they don't like water? Well, because this isn't actually an alien invasion movie. This is really a movie about this family and the way that an event like this brings them back together. And it's got all these questions about faith too, which we'll probably get to at some point.
But also, too, don't you think sometimes, and especially in this movie, I think this is where he kind of loses his way as a writer, is he tries to beat things over your head so much that it becomes kind of stupid and overwrought. I mean,
yeah, I think maybe I don't know. This movie works for me, so I don't see it here as much as probably you do, but I don't know. No, it's really later when the twists and the suspense and stuff all get in the way of actually telling a story and having that story having those characters feel real. That's where he starts to lose his way for me. Is that in Lady in the Water and oh shit, who's that guy? I love that shot. That shot of Mel Gibson standing up real quick. When all of that nonsense gets to be the bulk of the movie rather than all of this, like these fun little sequences where we know that there's an alien out there and that they're going to go chasing after this alien, but it's really this fun banter between these characters that's what makes this scene work, and it adds a little levity to it, so that it's not just nothing but tension and like, oh, crazy shit's going on.
Yeah, again, too, this, I don't know, the Mel Gibson part standing up is great, but the frame of the alien standing on top of the barn is horrible.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe because you're scared of E.T.
I was gonna say. Here's the thing. This movie scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
But you're not the only one. I'm pretty sure my wife told me this movie. She thinks this movie is scary too.
Oh yeah. And it's in little ways. You know, you don't see the aliens a lot until the end, obviously. And I'm not scared of the alien at the end. I'm scared of the aliens here, just because of like, it's very much that Jaws thing of not showing you what the creature looks like, and not really knowing where it is or why it is or what it's doing. You know, like that shot we just saw of you just sort of see the shadow disappear. Mm-hmm. Things like that I think are really chilling and effective here. That, you know, the guy on the roof is not as scary, but I think that the shadow on the barn is, you know, the leg later, man.
I don't know.
The leg still scares the shit out of me.
To me, it's not. I don't know if it's because I like horror movies or what the case may be, but it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate movies, you know, shots like that. He's pulling back. It looks great. He stops on here. Something's going on. You know, that's cool.
That's a very E.T. shot, too.
Yeah, but
the swing.
To me, the story just collapses upon itself.
Because of the aliens?
Just overall. I think sometimes the dialogue is really hokey.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work for me.
I like the way he ties in some of these little things as well, as far as like, I mean, it's very obvious that like, okay, later that baby monitor is going to end up being a way that they communicate with the aliens, but it's more just the way that the kids get so involved in this event that's sort of what draws him into it too, because he wants nothing to do with all this stuff that's going on, especially when it actually starts happening. He just wants it to go away. Like he doesn't want to be bothered, and I think that's another part of why I like this movie, is that I feel for him as a character. Like we see this guy who used to be an active community member and used to obviously have friends. I mean, he's still friends with this sheriff and all of that.
They're probably fucking.
Yeah. They're probably banging now. But because he lost his wife, like, he has just become stagnant, and it is this huge event in his life that, and how it attaches to his children, that draws him back out of that and makes him actually start caring about the people in his life again. Like, you could almost say that he's almost passive with his kids as much as he is with his brother. And then by the end, he's like, "Oh, I have to actually be involved, and I actually care about these people." I think the water thing is cool. It's hokey, I know, but I like it.
And even too, I mean, you were on a spiel there, but they had a shot where you don't see Mel Gibson's head, and I'm guessing he's doing that because it's supposed to be from a child's point of view, and to me, it's just really obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
Where in Unbreakable, I loved the spinning of the camera when he was turning the comic around.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, for some reason in this movie, it started wearing really thin with me. All that he was doing and stuff.
All his like filmmaking tropes.
Yeah.
All his style. Yeah.
Because again, he's trying to do style over substance, which is it's more important for me to have this twist.
I so disagree. Like I think all of these scenes, like as a writer, I feel, or him as a writer, I should say, I feel like he's focused on the characters. But maybe you're right. Maybe with the filmmaking, with the way he directs, then he is focused more on the tension and the. I mean, there's hardly even a twist in this movie, but the mysticism, the fantasy of the plot. I could see that.
And always the cop that doesn't believe anybody.
Yeah.
Even Cherry Jones.
Well, and they're not necessarily saying it's aliens yet. They're just like,
no,
it's some kind of Ethiopian dude who can jump real tall.
Do Ethiopians jump?
Yeah.
I thought they were just really good sprinters.
Jumpers. Well, if you can run, you can jump.
Or long distance runners.
Like if you got really long legs, like atlatl legs, where you can really spring yourself. I mean, I would assume they can they can jump up mountains and stuff.
And I think too with M. Night Shyamalan too is I think his audience evolved and he didn't. Where his movies, starting with this one for me, again, were so important for him to have something different happen, where his audience has stopped caring about those kind of things and started focusing on what I'm focusing on, the filmmaking stuff, the relationships between characters, and he started not having as good as actors in it. And I'm not saying that Mark Wahlberg or Zooey Deschanel aren't as good as Mel Gibson,
but they aren't.
But they're not.
Yeah. And it's not that they're not good; it's that they're not as good. But it's also that The Happening is really a shit film. Like that movie is just poorly written and pointless.
So, do you think he lost all confidence in writing movies because he hasn't written a movie since The Happening? Or do you think studios don't have confidence in him to write movies?
He is the I mean, it's not original, but he is the screenwriter for Last Airbender, but he fucked that up too. I don't know. I think he lost a certain spark, a certain passion for his characters, for sure. Especially going into Lady in the Water, where Lady in the Water, Lady in the Water was a story that he was telling to his kids when they would go to sleep. Like he sort of invented all of these characters and all of this myth, and then eventually he was like, I'm going to actually make this into a movie. And I think while some of that movie works, most of it kind of doesn't. And while I liked it when it came out because of it, I liked it when it came out because it was sort of like an adult fantasy, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But then the same year Pan's Labyrinth came out, and I realized that's what an adult fantasy or fairy tale should look like, and I was like, oh, Lady in the Water is not that good, is it?
Yeah.
And then the happening really is him just phoning it in. Like he has said in some interviews when that movie came out, he said like, oh, well, I was trying to make a B movie, and I was like, yeah, but all you made was shit. Like this isn't, if you're trying to be stylistic and guerrilla or whatever, cool, but you completely miss the mark. Like that movie is just poorly edited, and those characters are seemingly pointless, and the villain is so ethereal and non-present that you don't even know what's supposed to be suspenseful,
Yeah, and two, I mean, it became after The Village, his name stopped being the selling point of movies.
Yeah.
Where, when this one came out, it was M. Night Shyamalan's
Yeah, this was the
signs.
first one. Yeah. Because with I think with obviously with The Sixth Sense they didn't say anything. With Unbreakable they said from M. Night Shyamalan, the director of The Sixth Sense, and then with this one they were just saying M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, and then they did the same thing with The Village, but that started wearing thin, and then obviously post Happening, he was trying to do the M. Night Chronicles, where he was going to produce basically like Twilight Zone movies, which I thought was a really cool idea. The first of which was Devil, which I never saw. Did you see Devil?
I never saw Devil
Yeah.
because it's about an elevator.
Yeah. I mean, it looked interesting, but not my cup of tea. You know, I'm not a huge horror fan anyway. But like if he had then produced the Box, that Richard Kelly movie, and a few other movies that were clearly like
The Box was his?
No, it wasn't. No,
Oh.
I'm saying if he had, I think that would have been really cool. Like if he had this little, even if they were C movies, you know, even if they were good but never great, I think it would have been cool to just have somebody out there who was taking neat ideas and making fun little movies on the cheap, and like, hey, here's this cool little movie about like what if the devil was in an elevator with you, you know. I thought it was a neat idea, but unfortunately, his name became such poison.
Oh wait, there's a cross.
No, that's just an X. There's not. No, that's not where religion works into this movie. Oh, look, there's a church. Yeah.
And
See,
don't call Mel Gibson father.
Yeah, don't call me father. He should have had like a Brooklyn, you know,
Tough guy accent.
like
Yeah,
Catholic
don't call me
accent.
father.
Don't call me father. Don't call me father. Like all the people.
So do you ever wonder how he has money? I do.
how he has money?
Yeah. 'Cause I mean,
Pastors make money.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
he's
he
got
doesn't
this
do it
corn-
anymore,
He's got
that's
this
what I'm
corn.
saying.
No, he's got a whole farm. He makes corn. He grows corn. Like he makes corn. That's got to make money in America. Ethanol.
yeah, I guess.
You know. Plus, like now we're paying people to not grow corn or something. So he could probably just make money all the time. Plus, it's a small town. His costs are low. He probably owns that house. His wife was a millionaire. I don't know. What did she do?
Maybe he did make money because she died so horribly.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she stole all M. Night's money because
Yeah.
M. Night killed his wife.
Yeah, and maybe she took with him all the creative juices in him.
Oh, I will say,
And now we're on it. I mean, they have a lot of stuff on the TV and the radio. Again, obnoxious stuff in movies.
Oh,
One of my least favorite I like Spider-Man 3, but one of
Yeah.
my least favorite parts of it is when they do exposition through the TV reporters and stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's a lazy way of getting stuff across, but I think that it the reason why he uses it here, well, maybe out of laziness, but also because this is not a character who's going to actively seek that stuff out.
Yeah, but don't you
Um,
think it'd be more scary if you didn't hear all that stuff?
You're probably right. Yeah, like if in this scene there was
As a
none of
writer,
that,
James?
So yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It would be, and it would allow us to just focus this scene on that rather than distracting us with the alien stuff, which is not what this movie is about.
It's about
and
the
then,
army.
and then having it's about how you should enlist, and then having that little scene where this girl really wants to confess to him because he's still her father.
Has Joaquin
this
Phoenix
guy-
not aged in 11 years?
I will say that whoever told this guy to ham it up this much really just, man, ruins this scene. Which again is sort of forced in here. He's telling you like, okay, this is what the aliens are doing, and then and I guess you need to know that, and then we'll move on later.
Yeah, that's what I mean, too. I mean, the stuff like this noise, like why is he holding his cup like that?
I know. Like I said, this guy. I don't know why this guy is being so intense. Like he's such a wacko. This scene should have been, walking down an alley, and there was a homeless man who had no teeth, and
Then
he's
you
holding
believe
a
it.
cup upside down, and he's going, they come in an invasion force, and then the rest of them come up later, and the FBI is the aliens. Yeah. See, and this-
570-foot home run, that's like impossible.
And it's just not. Yeah, this doesn't need to be here.
Well, it does, because remember when he beats the aliens up? Spoilers, with
but-
his bat.
Yeah, but it would have been easy to insert something about him playing baseball without. Now, I like this scene though because of what's about to happen. I like the idea that Meryl's not like Meryl just always felt like he has to swing like that just as a character detail.
But I mean, look at this character.
Oh, yeah.
Cut off leather jacket. What's he doing enlisting? Trying to straight out in his life.
Don't you know that in small towns, like everything is about 20 years behind? You know, so your hooligans still look like they're in the.
They're a greaser?
Yeah, they still look like greasers. All of your military guys still look like they just walked out of Patton. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Is that going to play on later in the movie?
It is. It is.
Oh, here's another weird framing shot.
No, it's good. Oh, scares the dude. Look at that. That guy should show up later and get eaten by aliens. If this were,
I like my aliens more like predators.
Oh yeah, yeah. The aliens here are not horribly terrifying. They only exist to kill kids with asthma. But again,
And a shot like this, though, reminds me of Wes Anderson, where everything is so placed in specific areas.
it does. Yeah. Oh, dude, Shasta Soda. I remember Shasta. It's my favorite part of this movie.
What are you looking at the camera for?
Oh. You know, you're still saying it if you say it quiet. Yes. But
No, it's amazing.
It's the best curse. It's my favorite curse. It really is like my generation or our generation's favorite word.
Douchebag?
Well, just douche in general. I really like douchebag vending machine. It's one of my favorite insults.
I wonder if there is ever a douchebag vending machine where,
Probably in Japan.
where a girl isn't feeling very fresh. She can walk down there. And
Are you not feeling very fresh? Is it 4:00 in the morning?
my wife in the medical field says that those things are harmful to women's bodies. So I'm gonna,
Yeah, they probably are.
I'm gonna put this out there. This is gonna be a public service announcement for, hey, M. Night Shyamalan, you're not a good actor.
Hey, how you doing?
Maybe you should give yourself a big scene.
What you? Hey, it's not as bad as Lady in the Water. It's funny. I was going to say this earlier. His scene in the village, I think, is the most obnoxious.
Really?
Just because he, like here, I think he does okay. It doesn't. He maybe shouldn't have done it, but the way he gets himself into the village is so like, hey, do you see me? Hey, look, I'm in the reflection. Do you see me? Isn't that cool? Like I got myself in here. Yay!
I'm as big as Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah. Which Alfred Hitchcock didn't even do this. Like Alfred Hitchcock would have just walked by in the background, and you'd be like, "Hey, cool! Look, there he is."
Is that the car that murdered Mommy?
Oh, no, it's not, is it? That can't be.
No, because
they didn't back it off and just hose it off. Let him drive home.
But anyways, my public service announcement is my wife, who is a nurse, told me that ladies shouldn't use douche. So there you go, ladies.
Yeah, I feel like douchebags are harmful to all women.
Exactly. So
Both the dude kind and the not dude kind.
you know what? We'll do the medical one, and you can be the public service announcement for the dudes.
If you didn't do douchebags, you wouldn't need douchebags.
So I forgot. Why does he carry that around? Because he's fucking weird.
No, because he's using it.
It's a plot device.
He's using. Shut up. He's using it as a walkie-talkie.
Is it a MacGuffin?
No, because the other when you were a kid and you'd be like, hey,
You'd
cops
pick up
have
a baby monitor and carry it around.
Yeah. All right, fine. It's a fucking MacGuffin.
Thank you. You know what, James? Thank you for coming over to the dark side.
No. I still like this movie. But here's the thing: a lot of movies have MacGuffins in them.
They do, but some of them are really obnoxious, like that one.
Hey! Don't be mean to nerds.
Go rap.
Yeah. Oh, what a bizarre thing! Why did that happen?
Because he thought he was clever and it'd give him good publicity, and all it did was ruin. Well, I guess he got nominated for an Oscar this year. I guess it didn't affect him too much.
Hey, that doesn't mean that much. It still ruined him. Dude, remember Gladiator? Remember how good
he was
in
really
Gladiator?
good Gladiator. I forgot.
Oh man, like he's a great actor when he's being an act like a real actor and not just like, oh, this is my artsy movie. Every movie. Man.
And did you see him too at the Academy Awards when they announced him? And
He's just so weird. Yeah.
He's acting like it's the worst thing that he got nominated for an award.
Yeah.
Then don't show up, asshole.
Yeah. It's really a shame.
I'm really glad he did
He seems so normal.
a shot of Mel Gibson opening a car door. Because remember, later in the movie when the aliens can't open a door, and Mel Gibson can.
Yeah. Well, raptors can open doors.
They can.
See, here it is. This is the scene where it's like, okay, there's aliens coming. It's going to bring all the family together. Like, physically. See, he's got it all shot out so that you only see each person individually. And then as the scene goes forward, you'll start seeing them, all of them in one shot. And they all start getting closer.
Oh my God!
I think that's a creepy sound.
so terrifying.
I think it's a creepy sound.
Maybe it's just the energy from Yacht Queen, because he's
because he's channeling.
Whatever Scientology stuff he did in The Master.
Yeah. See. Oh, even he's into it, and you're like, oh man, you've been swung over too.
Don't let go. Why is if he lets go?
See, he's explaining. He's explaining.
Well, he moved it.
Well, yeah, but he's just trying to get it higher. Don't climb on the car, Abigail. Oh. See, now there's two in every shot. Oh, and the family, just like that. And as soon as they touch, aliens.
Oh, that is so freaking clever.
I like it. I don't care. I like it. And I think that chattering sound is creepy. Now, why?
It sounds like those little, those like things that Joker would throw, the clattering teeth.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like somebody's like rolling a Ricola around in their mouth.
Maybe that's what M. Night Shyamalan will be directing in a few years. Is just Ricola commercials. Keeps on making the shit he's making.
Yeah, After Earth is coming out soon, which apparently people don't think he's going to do very well. And doesn't have his name on it really at all. Like,
no.
I think like Blinding Edge is in the
and only film people like us know what Blinding Edge
exactly.
is.
Like, and there's so many of those production companies now that most people have no idea.
I know it's so funny when you watch movies now and there's 6 production companies before the movie starts.
Yeah. Here it is. This is the scary scene. Oh shit, dogs!
That was a great shot.
No, it's not. But it's supposed to shock you.
It changed to like a point of view. Like, is Mel Gibson? That's what he was experiencing.
Yeah. It's a dog. It can't hear you.
See, lines like that are just dorky. I mean,
no, he's talking to himself.
I know, but it's still dorky.
Aww.
It's like in Mission Impossible 3 when Tom Cruise gets on top of the Vatican wall.
Yeah.
And he says Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. I mean, what's that?
That's a way worse line.
I guess.
That line has nothing to do with what's like. I mean, he's on a wall, but like it's just pointless. Like here, even if you think that
how
line
much I
is Corey,
love Mission Impossible 3, that's the one part of the movie I can't stand.
I would, if I could, I would cut it out of my Blu-ray. Like that line is so bad. Like in Mission Impossible 4 when he says mission accomplished and they make a joke of it, even if they hadn't made a joke of it, that wouldn't be as corny as Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So here's the scene. All of this I think is really
you would. It reminds me of
and chilling.
What's the first person shooter where you have a flashlight?
Doom?
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
No.
Except Doom is scarier.
So I've seen this movie. I've seen probably this scene 36 times, and it doesn't matter how many times I see it. The way that it's in a minute or so here when the leg comes out, I still can never quite see the leg before it turns, and I don't know if he CGs it or whatever because obviously they reveal later that the aliens they've got like a chameleon thing where they blend into stuff. So I don't know if they CG'd over the leg. I've seen the making of the shot with the leg, and it's still something about the timing.
The movie magic of it still befuddles you.
Yeah, it's just about the editing. It's just that they'll cut to it. But like I said, like I've seen the behind the scenes video of like a dude with an alien leg, and he's just sticking it out, and he turns it, and that's all it is. But something about the way that it's shot and edited, I think, is really effective. Obviously, I'm extra terrified of aliens.
So as he leaves and he goes back into the corn, it's like he just found himself again.
What?
I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to give
he went out there looking for something bad. So
I know. I'm trying to give
this.
this movie more meaning than it ever had.
Yeah. He just goes out there like trying to face his fear, but what he ends up being is more afraid than when he started. That's an old cliche.
Yeah, we gotta
having the flashlight.
But if you drop a flashlight, it really does go out.
Oh yeah,
unless you have one of those really like fancy shock resistant ones.
Which he doesn't, because he doesn't have a wife who's giving him money anymore. So he has to buy the crummy pawn shop flashlights. Here it is. Here we go. And I'll say, oh, it's because of the flashlight. It's because it's really out of frame until the end.
Oh my God! What just happened?
Oh man, see, you just scared me a little bit.
Really?
Oh,
that's not scary.
Well, no, but just because you jumped and then
I know, but remember, I just jumped about 40 seconds after that shot.
No, I know.
To emphasize how it's not scary.
But I'm into it. I was in the movie, and then you startled
me.
It's getting dark in here.
Yeah, he's really digging into that Enlist Today pamphlet. It's taken a long time to read that.
Do you think he's even really chewing anything? Do you think he's just pretend chewing?
Or is he just so method that
yeah,
he's pretending he's chewing?
Yeah, like
something?
he's. Oh no, we just saw it. There was some gum. He's probably been chewing on that gum for 45 minutes. It's probably so hard and tasteless.
But Mel Gibson's a man of faith. How can you believe that there's aliens out there?
Well, faith has nothing to do with aliens. There can be aliens and a god.
No, God just created man.
No, it doesn't. Sheesh. Yeah, and the Earth is 600 years old. I have a cousin that'll get pissed off at that.
Oh yeah,
but he's not listening.
Not many of my family members listen.
yeah. I've been to the Creation Museum in Kentucky. Did you know that?
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, it's this whole museum. Oh, man, for a second there.
Hang on a second. The TV's going to tell me more plot.
I think that this news report is kind of scary too. Or maybe not this. Is this the one? No, it's the one later.
Is this the one where I was starting to come back to me? There's like a birthday party and everything.
Yeah. That's later. That's when they move the TV into the closet. Yeah. So in Kentucky, there is this museum that is all about like strict creationism interpretation of the Bible, but with no actual facts behind it. There's very little actual information there. It's a lot of just silliness. There's one whole room that's like, hey, look, you're in the Ark, in Noah's Ark. Why is this here? There's a lot of dioramas of like dinosaurs getting petted by humans. It's really fucking weird.
That's cool though.
No, actually, yeah. Well, except that they're not the best animatronic dinosaurs.
But if you take it out of what the message you're trying to tell.
Oh yeah,
you know, people petting dinosaurs is a place I want to visit.
Oh yeah. There's one of like, there's Adam and he's standing and there's like penguins in the jungle. You're like, what the fuck? Because all of the penguins had to come to Adam so that he could name them.
That's right.
Yeah. So that we could forget that name because we also forgot that language, and then we named penguins again.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, dude, 600 years.
Yeah. What's up with this water line?
Oh, dude, there's water everywhere. Where's that? Is it going to come back?
So why doesn't she like the taste of water again?
No, this is a real thing because I have this. If I drink some water in a cup and then I leave it there for a while and I go back, the water tastes old. Like even if you make it cold again, it still tastes like there's dust and shit in it, and I don't like that. Maybe that's why this movie works for me.
Maybe
because I really do like. If I don't finish a glass of water, I won't drink the rest of it. I will pour it out because that shit is gross.
I have this weird thing. I never drink the bottom of drinks ever.
Really?
Ever.
Man,
I don't know what it is. It's some OCD thing that I suffer from that I don't understand.
Oh wow! Like any drink? Like if it was in a can, you would never like knock it back and finish it off? Wow. Do you still do that?
Yeah. I do it to this day.
I'm going to walk around your house every time I'm here and just finish all your drinks off.
Okay, if you want. As long as it's not water.
Here's some warm Fresca. Some warm Coke. Sorry, it's Coke Zero.
That's right. Watching my girlish figure.
I like these scenes. You know.
Like I said, I think, Mel Gibson is a really good actor. He really is.
Yeah.
So maybe with Signs 2, he'll be able to come back.
Signs 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Signs 2 The Signing.
The Signing?
It's the Signing. It's more signing every day. That's actually just where he learns to speak sign language. It's a dramatic comedy. He's meeting a new wife.
He can never meet somebody who he loves as much as his one wife who was cut in half.
Except for God. Just wait till the end.
His God is an awesome God.
I think this is really chilling because we know where he's coming from, and then he's basically telling the story about how alone he feels, which obviously has to do with the fact that this is a movie about family. But again, I think that's part of why this movie works for me.
Hey, Merle, if you could just stand there and look all stoic
Are
while
you
he's
kidding?
telling you this.
No, look, he's being so like he's hearing what I'm saying. Or I mean, he's hearing it the way that I am saying it, where like he realizes how alone his brother feels, and he's like, "But I'm right here. Like we're all together in a family, and you're not actually alone." And then he tells a story about throwing up on a girl or getting thrown up on by a girl.
How do you think he got his hang lip?
He was born with a cleft chip.
Really?
A cleft palate. Oh yeah.
I thought it'd be a lot cooler if he was, stabbed with a knife or something.
Yeah. Outside of a bar, right where his brother died.
The Viper Room?
Yeah. No. He was born with a cleft palate. And then he refuses to ever let anybody make up over it in a film, which really kind of annoyed me in Walk the Line. Because I was like, okay, I understand the idea of, not wanting to cover up who you are, but Johnny Cash didn't have a cleft palate, Like you're trying to play this character that we all know. Not that he really looked that much like Johnny Cash, but he looked enough that it was just this one detail where I was like, you gotta bend that rule.
Where you can't separate the performance from the person.
Yeah, just in that case, like the same thing is also it bugs me a little bit in Gladiator too, just because I'm like, okay, they didn't have that surgery in Roman times. Like in Roman times, they would have like taken him out and left him in the hills for the wolves,
thrown him in the pit of babies like in 300.
Yeah, exactly. This kid's fucked. We don't want it, which is sad.
I just said the pile of babies.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Well, I think isn't there one of those?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, well, it's not cool. They shouldn't do that.
Oh, there it is. Swing away. Why did you say that?
Oh, thanks, Mel. See, I think that's sad. Like, again, he's still saying, like, that there is this scientific reason and that his wife's last words had no real meaning, and how empty that is. Like, oh man, I think that's scarier than the aliens in this movie. Just how alone this guy feels. I think it's cool.
And played very well by Mel Gibson, if I haven't said that the last 4 times.
And Joaquin Phoenix, he's all glossy-eyed. You feel like he's actually...
Oh, we're going to relive it.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to get the beginning.
I'm driving home, nothing bad's happening.
I went to get the milk.
Father, come this way!
Hey, how come there's so many cop cars here? Where's my wife?
Here, I'll just keep on talking like Dudley Do-Right when the cop is supposed to say something. Father, don't go over there. You won't like what you see. So, if you, I don't want to say my wife. Let's say if your significant other is involved in an accident, they would call you to come out there to see her?
No. Well, but here in this case, they're saying like, look, she's alive. Like, as soon as we pull the car out, like all of her intestines are going to drop out the bottom, and she's going to go limp, and that's going to suck. But for right now, she's talking. So we want you down here as quick as possible, so that like you can come down and say goodbye because she's still alive. Like, it's still crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know that
doesn't
would
make any sense.
ever be possible, but
Yeah, it's one of those
but also
things-
this movie has aliens in it, so
Yeah, but still, you should try to ground it in a little bit of reality because I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do.
yeah, it could happen. It seems like a thing. If you got hit with a car so hard that like it just crushed your legs, basically, you might be able to stay alive.
Enough time for you to call your husband and say, you might want to come down
Well-
here before we move this, or your wife's going to pour out all over the ground.
She was just out for like an even or like a evening run or an evening walk or something, so she couldn't have been far from home. They could have just called him and been like, "Hey, drive down the road real quick."
That's horrible green screen right there.
Oh, the composite of the TV.
Yeah.
TVs never look good in movies. Like a force field, you can say force field.
Missile defense
Nobody
shield.
ever says force field anymore because it's too Star Trek. Well, in this world, they saw Star Trek. They know what a force field is.
Now you're really alone. Bitch.
How do you feel about crop circles?
You mean how the farmers go out there and cut them?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're pretty.
Yeah, they should probably just eat that corn rather than knocking it over.
Yeah. Oh my God! There's that horribly.
The dirty wall. Look how Mel Gibson.
And see, it's always
Unable to
behind
clean
him.
his
It's
wall.
always on his mind that maybe he should rediscover his faith.
Wait, it's missing. It's an empty spot. It's a negative zone on the wall that has to get filled in later. Not with a cross. He just cleans the wall. He just takes a wet sponge to it. Oh shit! The kids have gone insane. Why would the aliens want to read your mind? What are they going to get from that? They're here to steal all your resources. And torture you with probes.
Hey, there's like a Minuteman back there. Maybe that's a nod to Mel Gibson's
The Patriot?
Patriot.
Yeah. There's clouds on the wall. Clouds with aliens in them.
Hmm. So, do they share a bedroom?
No, I
Brother
think
and sister?
I know. I think that would be weird. That would be inappropriate. They got a big farmhouse. They got to have two different
But I'm
rooms.
saying there's dolls and airplanes in the background, and then a Minuteman lamp. I guess anybody could love Minutemen.
Yeah. You have a point. Hey, M. Night, turn the camera around really quick. Let's see the other side. Let's just spin her around.
Mel Gibson's robe looks really comfortable.
Yeah. I used to have a robe like that, one of those big terracotta robes. It gets hot as shit in the winter.
I don't
in
use
the summer.
robes.
Really? You just walk
Yeah.
around naked after your shower?
Yeah,
Or with like a towel?
Well, no. Are you supposed to? Dude, this is my house. I do what I want in my house.
What's the worst thing that can happen? Your wife sees you naked? Yeah. That's why would anybody publish that drawing of an alien?
I think
in a
it's just
book?
interpretations from different parts of the world. Mel Gibson's looking for the alien he saw.
What he's looking for is his own house in a drawing. That's what he's looking for.
He's
Oh
probably-
shit!
Ooh, he's
His
probably
house on
and he's
fire.
probably thinking, man, Tom Cruise is in a cooler alien movie than me.
Man, God put this book here in my lap with this drawing in it, so that I would see the light of the aliens. Well, there's that score. Just like one little note in the background.
Nope,
Oh shit! That's him and his kids
dead.
dead in a book. And then from here on out, it turns into the page master, and he gets sucked into the book.
Maybe we'll see the other side of the room. Oh no, there's two beds in there. Look,
Oh yeah, you're right.
There is one,
dude.
too.
That's inappropriate. Like he's gonna, he's probably 10 or something, 9 or 10, right?
should have his own room.
Yeah.
What if I want to play PlayStation?
He's going to start getting, like,
My
morning
stupid
wood
sister.
with his
What?
wife in there. No, I'm just saying, like, he's about to hit puberty. Like, you need to lock that kid up for a while. I'm not saying because
Well,
of his sister. I'm just saying,
'cause
like...
I hope when you get in puberty, the first thing is you don't want to fuck your sister.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you want to keep that away from your sister. No, it would be embarrassing if, like, you were in puberty and sharing a room with your sister. Like, that's not cool. I'd rather live in that under the stairs closet like Harry Potter than, you know, have morning boners with my sister in the room. Like, that's not cool at all. M. Night, this movie is shit. Why are you having both kids live in the same room? Clouds? Is that an alien?
Where?
Nope. Hey, oh, there it is. Oh, no.
No.
We really should have put up, like, Mystery Science Theater 3000 characters in the bottom right-hand corner of your
really
TV.
should.
Even though I still, when this movie is over, I will still really like this movie. But,
No, you won't. Is that a chainsaw on Monster on his shirt? I don't think.
what? Is it Ash?
That'd be sweet.
Is it a street shark? It looks like a street
If
shark.
it is Ash, I would.
You would change your opinion of this movie?
Yeah.
This movie is about a T-shirt with Ash on it that gets invaded by aliens. Wait, who's a veterinarian?
It's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Oh, he's a veterinarian? Like he's a horse doctor?
Maybe a whisperer. Is Robert
I never
Redford
noticed
in here?
that. No, Robert Redford's not in this movie. Dude, Robert Redford should be in this movie.
He should. He should be the veterinarian, not M. Night Shyamalan.
He should be the veterinarian. That would be really cool. I don't know why. Yeah. This next scene, when... is this the next scene? Yeah. We're about to find M. Night in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another
someone's
one of those,
turned over his
oh,
office.
Shit. There's been a battle here. He should rub his fingers on the floor and sniff them.
The cat did not
I can
appreciate
smell.
the shot it was given.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing experiments turning in people into cat people.
Well, and there's a call and a hang-up. How did he know it was him?
Probably because that guy's been calling and hanging up for a while. I think that's what's implied is that M. Night keeps calling in order to, and he'll even say it here, like, I kept calling, but I didn't. I wanted to say something, I couldn't. I just saw an alien.
Where's he going?
Where are you going,
You
buddy?
gonna go make a new movie, a better one?
I'm gonna take off. You guys have fun.
It takes a village.
It's not his blood. It's the cat's blood. He killed a cat. He was making violins in there. This scene here where he basically just divines the idea that the aliens are afraid of water. That's silly.
Yeah, this
Again,
whole scene's stupid.
This movie needs less aliens in it.
This movie needs less M. Night Shyamalan in it.
Oh, well, as an actor, yes.
Thank you for coming. If you're an actor like Mel Gibson and you say, man, I'm such a great actor, and this director in here is just trying to stroke his ego by giving himself an important part in the movie.
But I don't think he's doing a horrible job. Like, you know.
You stupid apologist for M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's
Reggie wants to get
sweating.
on in the commentary.
He's all, yeah, he does. Hey, Reg. How you doing? Don't lick the mic.
He decided he didn't want to say anything about this. He doesn't like it either.
I think Signs is a good movie. Look, see, is he falling asleep? Oh no, he's still there. Okay. He's all tense. He's not doing the worst job.
But see, too, the problem is that he becomes
But-
distracting in the movie.
Yeah, no. That's what I was just gonna say. Like,
Because you're like, oh, there's the director.
yeah, this isn't a character. This is M. Night.
Yeah.
It's especially true in Lady in the Water, where he plays this guy who, like, he's writing the cookbook, which is going to answer all of the world's problems, and that's why everything is bad. Like, this idea that he is such an amazing writer that all his ideas are just going to change the world.
Yeah.
And then casting yourself in that is just really pompous. I like the way that Mel Gibson's eyes reflect. Is that gay?
No.
You know?
I do get lost in his eyes too.
Yeah. Like sometimes you just see him and you're like, you're pretty. Also,
And a southern accent?
yeah.
An Indian guy with a southern accent?
I was just going to say, saying you and yours, he can't pull that off. Oh, man. Fucking Mel Gibson just killing it. Look at,
That's what I
man.
mean. Like,
Whew. That was heavy.
I mean, because it's such a yin and yang.
Yeah.
One is so good, the other one is garbage.
Yeah. And then they just throw in the, hey, there's an alien back there, drive off, and now it's a tense scene.
Mel Gibson's problem.
Yeah. Well, it's more that you go from this really heavy drama with this great Mel Gibson performance where he can't even get words out, and you know he wants to say something, but he doesn't know what. And then it's, there's an alien in the cupboard. You know, this is the Mexico scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hola, Carlos. Es muy bueno fiesta. Gracias.
It's on the window. It's on the window.
Gracias, abuela.
He's there.
Muchas gracias.
I see it. Can I have more cake? It took the cake.
Backpack.
Can we go get the cake?
Backpack. Yeah! We need to help Dora find her way to the alien.
Vámonos. Because
This is
Mexican.
like a Bigfoot moment.
It's behind. Oh, fuck. There it was.
See, that's not scary. It's stupid.
Well, but this was also, in 2002, this is also him playing on that idea that, like, this is the first way you would see aliens, is through somebody's crummy home video.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the way it's shot. I'm talking about how stupid it looks.
With the alien or the CG or what?
Everything.
What?
It's saying, me on camera. Bigfoot syndrome.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The way, yeah, the way that it's carrying itself, yeah. Like, why is it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
No me gusta.
Look, he's got a whole table up against it.
And how'd he get in there?
I don't know. The same way that you get a velociraptor into a freezer. Like, you wrestle with it, it chases you into the cupboard, you do a 180 real quick, and you lock it in there and throw a table up against it.
It has to slip on ice. You're forgetting about slipping on ice.
Maybe his cupboard is icy. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if M. Night can turn that table over, then the alien probably can too. I think that's funny. I think, especially in a second when he says "paddy wagon." Like
He's still not a believer. What's going to make him believe?
I think at this point he paddy wagon. I think at this point he believes he just doesn't want to. Like he's almost trying to argue the alien into being a hoax.
It's because he's such a logical thinker, and this is illogical.
But he just doesn't. He refuses to believe in anything that's not, what he knows at this point.
Well, he believed in something at one time.
He did,
and it let him down.
Can he believe again?
That should be the tagline of this movie.
Yeah.
Can you believe again?
Can Mel Gibson believe again? Actually, Mel Gibson's beliefs are what kills Mel Gibson. So
yeah, right.
Dude,
he didn't eat his squash or his carrots or his green peppers.
What was he making? What kind of things does M. Night cook? With a really oversized knife for that kind of chopping job. That's a good 10, 12-inch blade. You only need an 8-inch for that job. I'm just saying. Mel Gibson, what's on the other side of the door? Oh, cleaning supplies. All right, go home.
The Heinz people is brought to you by...
Chris, you never really see the alien through that, do you? Here in a second, it's just going to be... He's going to look, and then there's going to be the hand. All Evil Dead style. Oh, is he gonna go away? You know what? Fuck it. I don't need to do this. This is dumb. All right, I'm gonna go home.
Nope.
Or maybe I'll turn this chair back over. Nope. Definitely going back to the cupboard. Oh, fuck, a hand.
See, that's cheesy.
Now this shot is cheesy. Yeah, that shot's not very good. Well, wait. How are you saying that the Evil Dead, hand scrape thing is cheesy?
I didn't. I'm talking about in this movie. It's cheesy.
But it's cheesy in all movies. But that's.
I know. Maybe I just think he's not good at shooting suspense.
I find it suspenseful. Oh man, they're all believers. They've all gone crazy, and he's gonna be one of them. That should be the end of the movie. Like they all just put tinfoil
That would be
on their
a great
head.
end of the movie. He just
Yeah.
comes in, they all have tinfoil, then it ends.
And it pans out the window, and aliens are landing everywhere, and you're like, well, I guess the world is fucked. That's too bad. Are you gonna fight the aliens, Mel Gibson?
Of course he will. Dude, he's freaking Lieutenant Riggs.
It's like a couple of years ago when Stephen Hawking said that if most likely if we ever had contact with an alien species, it would be like when the Europeans came to the New World and wiped out all the Indians, and then they used that in the trailer for Skyfall or Skyline. What was that alien movie? Skyline?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, Skyline. And they just like shoehorned it into the trailer.
Or was it Battle Los Angeles?
No, it was I didn't see Skyline. I saw Battle of Los Angeles though, and from what I've heard, Battle of Los Angeles is the better, not great,
I could have told you that.
but the better. Oh yeah, Skyline's featuring that guy from Haven.
And that other guy.
Yeah, I know his name.
Is
so
Donald
it's-
Faison. He's in Scrubs.
No. Well, Donald Faison is in that movie, but it's that other guy, like the tall white guy. He's in Haven. He's in other stuff. People know his name, but I don't remember it. He's not in this movie though, because he's not a very good actor. It's time to lock up the house, kids.
So, oh yeah, the lake thing was put in his brain by
M. Night.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. Well, all of his things were put in his brain by Shyamalan. But yeah, for some reason that character decides like, hey, I think that they don't like water, and then he drives away. Which is only there to sort of explain that later the water is like acid. Because yeah, if you didn't have that exposition in the movie anywhere, then later when the water falls over, you'd be like, wait, why was she putting acid in her cups? Like, no wonder that girl wasn't drinking any of her water. You were poisoning her. This is like the Sixth Sense. Parents poisoning children. Misha Barton throwing up in your tent.
Do you think it's crazy that of all the Culkin kids, you'd always think Macaulay might have a longer career, but the other brothers are better actors and they just were sustained longer.
Well, I mean, I think Macaulay was a good actor. Two things have happened though. As he got older, he didn't age as well. I don't think because we all sort of knew him as such an iconic, cute kid, whereas these kids look a little bit more normal. Whereas his proportions were such where he just looked like a goofy kid. But also he became so famous as a child actor because of the way his parents and stuff were pushing him allegedly, that I think he really sort of burned too bright, as it were, as a child actor. Whereas these guys, they can pop up every couple of years in a movie and just do a small role, and they don't necessarily outstay their welcome.
And he probably made so much money off the Home Alone movies, he probably doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah. Every now and then, if he wants to be in Saved 2, any other Mandy Moore joint, he can just pop up. But well, that corn doesn't that corn look like it's tall enough that you should start harvesting corn? Like all these people do all day is take out the trash. Shouldn't they be picking corn?
For a baseball player, he has a terrible arm.
Well, he was a batter. He was all...
Well, when you play baseball, you have to not only bat, you have to play in the field, too.
I don't know nothing about baseball. Was he trying to hurt the corn?
I don't know. I think he was taking a shot at hitting an alien.
Yeah.
See, it would be funny
You're out there
if you
somewhere.
did hear.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Meryl. I thought it was Merle.
No, swing away, Meryl.
So why
Hey,
did
look
they
at-
put the TV in the?
Well, because originally there's a section where he wants to cut them all off from the media, because everywhere they go, they're hearing people talk about the aliens and stuff, and they're like, "Look, I don't want to hear any more about it." So they put the TV in the closet, and then Meryl starts going in there and watching the TV just because he doesn't like. Mel Gibson doesn't want the kids really getting involved in the TV because they are getting obsessed and reading books and stuff.
The TV is the devil.
Yeah. Yes. Television will rot your brain and teach you that there is no God, and that you should have sex and never douche.
I don't need a TV to tell me I have sex. I have my dick that tells me that. That's a better movie.
Is that just a shot of like a parking lot at night?
Maybe.
That's what it looks like.
See, and the acting in these as the newscasters is horrible.
Yeah, newscaster actors are never very good. You're right.
It drives me
There should
crazy.
there should be less of that. Though, in this case, like this moment where they sort of are alone in the world, and it's really just the four of them against the neighborhood aliens, like that sort of needs to be a newscast moment. It probably should be a better actor, but when you cast a good actor, it's usually somebody that people know. Like if that were, Martin Sheen.
Jon
or
Stewart's
Michael
really
Sheen,
good
I mean.
in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, but then that's Jon Stewart. That's what I mean. Like if Jon Stewart were playing that role, you'd be like, oh, Jon Stewart's in this movie.
But have you noticed that a lot of movies now have CNN anchors as actors in the movie?
Yeah. Which again, that's weird too. Like if it pulls you out of the movie, it should just be some faceless drone on the other side reading the news to you. Because you don't have enough time to like these characters. We know who all these people are, but we have enough time with them that we forget that they're actors. Other than Mel Gibson, who we just keep calling Mel Gibson.
Yeah, what's his name in this?
I have no idea.
Father.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no!
Little homage to Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, now you can't look out to the corn. Why
See, he's trying to build suspense, but to me it's just boring.
Well, because at this point he's just relying on the suspense he's already built. If you are in and you're afraid of the aliens and you don't know what's going to happen and you want this family to stay together and work out their shit, like he's just letting all of that breathe. But obviously, yeah, if it doesn't work for you, then you're just here like, why are we talking about spaghetti? What is this going on? Which I think this is really creepy too. This whole, like, he's basically asking him like, hey, this is your last meal, what do you want to eat? It's really ugh. Extra bacon.
It doesn't matter anymore. We're all dead. Dead, I
Yeah.
tell ya.
I'm gonna stuff my colon with bacon. And that's how I choose to go out.
The Last Supper.
Uh-huh. See, it's just like I think all of this is sort of disturbing. Like this idea that this family is sitting down to dinner believing that they're all just gonna die and get killed by aliens. We are not saying a prayer at my table.
I made better looking spaghetti than that tonight.
You did. Well, it was rigatoni. It wasn't really spaghetti.
It really wasn't spaghetti, but
Yeah.
every once in a while I like to change up the noodles, I don't like to keep it the same. Is that ice cream with his French toast or mashed potatoes?
I think it's ice cream. I think he wants ice cream with his. The before we started recording, I brought up the movie Bandits. I can talk about this now because we're talking about spaghetti. But oh man, he's being so mean to his kids. There's that scene in there where it's Rumor Willis when they're at the dinner table, and they're talking about the spaghetti and the recipe, and she's like, "Oh, I put sugar in it," and now every time I eat spaghetti, I go sugar, just like that little girl does. I like that movie. This is the saddest meal. I'm crying in my mashed potatoes.
He's just scared, okay?
Yeah. Aw. I don't want these people to die. I certainly don't want them to die of asthma or dehydration.
Yeah, you're part of this family too.
You too, brother. Get in here. Oh, man.
No, I think it's mashed potatoes.
Uh-oh, the walkie. Oh, shit. And the aliens are invading. Yeah, it is mashed potatoes. Yeah, that's probably the most MacGuffin-y of all. Like, why is it facing us?
Mm-hmm.
You know? But
is it watching TV?
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really
good.
Oh, shit. They are really alone in this house.
Been hanging out and doing podcasts for too long?
Hey, can you feel the third act coming on? Because I'm pretty sure it just announced itself.
Do TVs even have that like interruption thing anymore?
I don't think so. Well, I think they would have to be broadcasting that interruption signal. Like,
yeah, and now too, isn't TV probably just ran by a computer anyways?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that probably what it would do is it would just suddenly come up with like the Vizio symbol and it would say no signal, and it would be really like unsuspenseful.
Hey, I have Sony products. Don't ever pimp out that Vizio shit.
I'm just saying, whatever it is, it would come up with a symbol and say no signal, and you just think to yourself like, oh man, the cable must have come loose. You wouldn't think to yourself, oh no, the aliens invaded the News Corporation. They took the Murdochs first.
What's that going to keep out?
Flies?
I mean, they're
the wind? Hurricanes.
They're banging it against the door frame, but the door closed the other way.
Yeah, it's just to slow them down. They just have to make it through the night. See, like again, not a movie about aliens because here in the thick of things, he's telling stories about like his dead wife and trying to pass things on to his children and be friends with them again. Not a movie about aliens. Not even a movie with a twist. Which I think is part of why, like, especially when this came out, it had, people up in arms. Just because, like, they all went into it thinking, like, oh, he's going to give us another amazing twist, like Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. And then he doesn't,
Do you know her brother is Spencer Breslin, and he's in one of my favorite, most underrated Disney movies ever, and that's The Kid.
Wait. The guy who plays the kid?
Mm-hmm.
That's her older brother?
Mm-hmm.
What? I did not know that.
You know that?
No. Is he any good anymore? Has he been in anything?
I haven't seen him in a while. He was in The Shaggy Dog.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that on the show. Was he any good in that?
Yeah, as good as a preteen could be in a movie that's not well written.
He was just a wacky fat kid in The Kid, so...
Mm-hmm. And he was making fun of Bruce Willis. Is great.
Yeah. I mean, that movie is good. I'm just not sure if he would be good in anything else.
Yeah, I don't know the last thing he's been in.
Probably
the Shaggy Dog.
Yeah, probably.
Because he was,
This is just a zoom into a wall.
Yeah. Again, expert filmmaking.
Well, it's the sound design there that's important. You can hear the aliens on the other side of the wall.
And you can hear the wind chimes.
Yeah. That won't do any good. I mean, they're not trying really hard to get in, are they? Like, they're just bombing around out there.
No, one of my favorite...
They're sitting in
I'll save my joke
chairs.
to when it happens on screen.
Okay. But the aliens are out there just, like, sitting in rocking chairs, like, hanging out. They're thinking about playing some music. And then tomorrow morning, they're going to go out there with their backhoes and such, and they're going to start harvesting corn and just leave these humans locked up in their house.
I don't know. I mean, too, this is just drawing it out.
Yeah.
It's not suspenseful. It's,
Ooh.
oh my gosh.
Are they getting in somewhere? Well, and remember, at this point, we still haven't seen them.
Yeah, we have. We saw the one that was like Bigfoot.
Yeah, but they haven't been like present. They haven't actually threatened our characters yet. And we don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna come in that back door? Aliens always come in the back door.
Ooh, hey.
Whoa. Oh. And then she died, and I've been sad ever since.
I love the
Well-
music that's going on right now.
But she would, yeah, no, it is.
Talking about how great the score is, this music's not good right now.
Well, it's just a little, you know.
Forcing you to feel sadness or
Yeah.
happiness.
Yeah, it is.
Boo.
It's telling you what to feel. Because some cold-hearted bastards like you can't just feel things.
Cold-blooded.
Someday you'll have kids and you'll feel nice.
And I'll say when the aliens invade, Morgan, when you were born,
Your mama bled all over the place.
she bled all over the place.
And she kept asking about you, but because there was so little blood in her, none of the things she said mattered. Just like when she died. Life is shit, kid. Actually, I'm just going to open this door and feed you to the aliens, because you'd be better off. Oh, no.
They forgot about the attic. Idiots.
That's good. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Coming up into the door.
That's dumb as fuck.
That's no. They're going to pull that door right off its
Here's a
hinges.
hand. One of my favorite jokes ever in any movie ever is in Scary Movie 3. Charlie Sheen plays the Mel Gibson part, and they make fun of signs in it. And he says, wait a minute, they've flown all the way across space, but they and mastered intergalactic space travel, but they don't know how to open a fucking door?
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, look at the zoom in.
Doorknobs. Oh, no, they figured it out. It's exactly like the Velociraptors.
Ooh, there's a weird frame rate.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I think he
That's
just
definitely...
wants...
They purposely slowed down that shot.
Yeah. And I'm not sure why. Like, it's... You know, he wants to spend some time in this moment where, you know...
That was
he's
very poor
facing
filmmaking.
losing his child. Really? I like that. Having the lights go out?
No, I mean, like, the
slow motion.
slow motion and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden speed up again.
Yeah. I really like this. Having the light go out and then having the flashlight move around the room. Especially
Dead
especially
Space.
with well, especially with what's going to happen here. I think that this jump scare is pretty good. Or no, sorry, not this one, the one later. When he has the flashlight. They should have just gone down there to begin with. You know?
Yeah.
Locked up in the cellar, taken some Mountain Dew down there, survived for a while. Oh, look,
Yeah,
they
they-
already had
yeah.
stuff down there. They just had to move the Mountain Dew to the basement, and they would be fine.
When will they ever learn?
Ugh.
Oh, man, if they could have a radio and listen to more plot, that'd be awesome.
There is no radio. Aliens are trying to get into your house. Why did the aliens attack in New Mexico City first? Or Mexico City first?
I don't know. Lots of people there.
They hear it, yeah.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, why don't they wear clothes? How come aliens never wear clothes?
That's a good question.
I thought so. In Independence Day, where they wear clothes, basically.
They do in the Earth, the
They
day
got
the
those
Earth stood
big-
still, too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A spacesuit, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, like, aliens when they don't look like humans. You know. Aliens when they're like grays. Traditional. What does that even mean? But, Close Encounters of the Third Kind kind of aliens.
Yeah.
Which again, they don't wear pants. They also don't have genitalia. Or shame, apparently.
Yeah, well, I guess you have nothing down there. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, let's find out what else is in this basement. We got some time to kill. We're not doing anything else. Oh, they're gonna find something. What are they gonna find? It's gonna be when the two of them meet. Boop. There it is. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see? Hands.
That again, horrible effect. Not scary, dumb.
Well, I feel like the first time you see it, you don't know there's going to be a hand.
And then he's purposely trying not to show you stuff because he says, whatever you think of in your mind is scarier than anything I can ever show you. I'm M. Night Shyamalan. I'm a genius. You don't even fucking know it, guy.
I like it. Well, what could you see that would be, like...
Well, how'd they get in the little fire furnace thing anyways?
They climb down the chimney, like Santa Claus.
Well, now he's stuck down there.
Yeah.
There's no way he could push over that stuff.
Especially with a can of beans on top. The beans, they really sell it. Well, hopefully the kids are okay. I really hope nothing bad happened to the kid. That'd be unfortunate. Oh. Oh, no. He doesn't have asthma, does he? Oh, shit, he's got asthma.
Because that last scene was so scary that his asthma attack is starting up.
Well, it just startles him. And then it's really the fact that he doesn't have his medicine, which seems stupid. I feel like if you have asthma, you should like always be carrying.
If there could have one more MacGuffin in this movie, it'd be great.
You think Rory Culkin actually has asthma, or did he train?
I don't know.
He looks like he really is having a hard time breathing.
I just watched Hellraiser Hellworld, and
does that have somebody with asthma in it?
And there's a dude who has asthma, and his asthma medicine falls down, ironically enough, a fireplace, and he has to go get it in the furnace in the basement, and that's where Pinhead shows up and chops his head off.
Why? Was he a bad person?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
This movie is better than Hellraiser Hellworld.
All right, there we go. I knew by the end of this movie you'd be saying nice things about it. Who's he talking to?
The God's going to take his kid.
Oh, God. I forgot about God. He kept telling me that God didn't exist, so I started believing. Oh, man. Mel Gibson. Oh.
He's good.
Man. So yeah, here's the other thing where it's also the story about a guy finding faith again, and yeah, the MacGuffins are part of that plot because
James, I hope I'm not making you not like this movie.
No, you're not. I still really like this movie because they are all in the movie. I'm not trying to make an argument here, but in the movie they are all placed there by God in order for his family to make it through this thing. The water is sitting around for a reason so that when the alien attacks, that will happen. The aliens have stuff that they spray, and the reason his son has asthma is so that he doesn't get poisoned by the aliens' poison gas spray. Yeah. Things line up.
My brother, he's coming back to me.
Save the flashlights for what? The flashlight battle we're gonna have in the morning?
Well, you do have to have lightsaber battles every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right this way,
hey,
sir.
Hey, remember this scene from an hour ago?
Oh, I know Colleen is his wife.
Colleen.
Her guts are going to fall out.
It'd be really messed up if that part were in the movie. I feel like at the end of the scene, they're like, all right, pull it out. See, that's why this works, is because she sells it so well. Look at that
Yeah.
one tear welling in her eye. Like, oh, you just believe her. Like, yeah, this lady is pinned against a wall, against a tree.
In such a way that it's keeping her alive.
Yeah. This
Medical
is nonsense, I'm
experts out
saying.
there, can that really happen?
But it doesn't matter because look at the way I'm looking at you. Ugh.
Father, do they even say his name in the movie?
Here, I've got it right in front of me. We could. Graham Hess. Yeah, Graham. Yeah. Graham. Yep. They
I
say
guess
in
his
the movie.
brother probably would call him Graham.
Yeah, exactly. Not bro, B-Dog, G-Money, Nessie.
Okay, guys, as the camera passes by you, I want you all to look, because this is going to be Graham's point of view.
Oh shit, M. Night's in this movie.
What am I doing with my fucking life?
Oh yeah, see that's a different truck. They didn't just back the truck up and hose it off.
Take it to the
I
local.
mean, it only hit the tree, well, and a lady, but the real damage is done by the tree. They could have just replaced the radiator probably and knocked some dents out. It's probably a mistake to break that flashback up so much.
And again, there's the radio guy. If they're there to harvest us, what's he doing still broadcasting?
Well, see, now he's broadcasting because we won in a fortnight. Well, no, like a.
Isn't there a scene where
fortnight's
he
like a month.
talks to his wife too?
Yeah. It's coming up. But see, that's the thing. He splits up the flashback, so we see the beginning, we see the middle, and then at the end of the film, when they're upstairs and everything is lining up, then we see that scene, and that's when she says, "Swing away, Meryl," and then it comes back
that's
to
right.
it comes back to the present, and Meryl's there with a bat.
It's
and he
like
says,
she
"Swing
foresaw
away."
what happened.
Right. Yep. Hoses. Remember when we hosed off that truck? We just hosed off the aliens. it was exactly like fighting a riot. Just bringing the fire hoses. Would you guys get the fuck back? And they just melted like they were made of salt.
I will say this DVD looks really good.
It does, yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, not
Yeah.
quite as sharp as a Blu-ray, but like the blacks are really good, and
Yeah.
it's not very grainy.
Well, that's your Samsung TV for you.
Sony
Oh, okay. Never mind.
and my Sony Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, Sony. Pay me some money. I also have a PlayStation 3.
And a PlayStation 2.
Yep. And a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I like all these noir shots where their faces are half gone. Even if they're pointless in the movie, I always think that looks cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Looks like, the best day for Frank Miller.
Did you ever see The Spirit?
No, I didn't. Did you?
No, I just wonder if he's a good director.
No, he's not.
Without,
I don't have to see The Spirit to tell you, and he's not.
Without Robert Rodriguez helping him.
Being on set and directing a shot are not the same thing, Frank Miller. Oh, look how peaceful he looks when he sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to sleep.
And see, he's purposely using a low angle to show the vulnerability of the child.
Well, and just so that we can see the kid laying on the ground and see them talking.
I know, I'm being pretentious
It's
like
physical
M.
thing.
Night Shyamalan.
What's he doing to his... What?
I thought-
Oh, okay. Whew,
I
man.
know, I thought he's going to rub his back or something.
Yeah. Just want to make sure he's okay. Oh, see, and that's the other... Yeah. Once again, that MacGuffin comes in and tells them, like, oh, go upstairs. There won't be any aliens. Oh, no, an alien.
Don't worry, Stuart, there's no aliens.
Yeah. Well, not in this shot.
Wow, they punch all those holes in the wall?
Nah. Yeah, why didn't we see that earlier? That's weird. Did the kids do that?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously they did. The aliens were not like, hey, we got these giant
We're
hole
going to do
punches.
some crafts while we're
Yeah.
inside.
We were just here to do crafts with you, and you hosed us off. All we wanted to do was do paint by numbers. Sit on the porch and play the banjo. Look out at the corn.
And see, shots like this are so annoying. I know that he's trying to set up suspense, but it's, 4 or 5 beats that he's just keeping it on nothing.
I don't know. I like it. It's a lot of light. A lot of light coming in that window.
Yep.
I've never actually seen dawn look quite so bright.
Well, maybe if your house is facing the right way and the sun hits it at the right angle.
And it's filled with dust. They're humping? They're humping on television?
That's funny.
Oh, she's so adorable. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, go get the TV. There won't be anything poorly or evil reflected in the television. Do it. Do it. Really?
Okay, thank you.
We chased off all the aliens with water, and you can't tell us that we chased off all the aliens with water. Look how fat that TV is,
I know how far technology has come.
and so concave. Oh shit! Is that Merle? Merle, what are you doing in the TV?
Terrifying. Oh my god.
That is a traditional reveal.
It is.
That's not Plenty of movies have done that. He's not.
No.
He's not. No, yeah, he's not reinventing the wheel, but he's also not doing something that is.
I know. I'm just
broken.
saying it's not good.
Oh, it's the one he cut it. It's personal.
Oh, thank you. He
Yeah.
made sure we knew what it was. Again, film school 101.
Yeah, no, that shot does bug me. I you can see him through the hand because they've got the active camo. It's like the Predator. Predator's got that.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly like a Predator movie. It's also in the DVD extras and stuff. He talks about how uncomfortable he was with having like this much CG in one of his movies. He didn't really
Know how to shoot it?
well, he didn't know how to
Oh, here we
react
go.
to it. Yeah, yeah. Look at that shot. That's very much like a hey, the whole world is collapsing on both sides of your head shot. Aww. It's a hell of a tonal shift.
Yeah.
Who is his wife? It's not It's not Elizabeth Mitchell, is it?
I don't remember. Maybe if we see her face.
Oh yeah, we will. It's coming. I don't think it's anybody we know. Come on, M. Night, swing it around. No.
That's like Carrie-Anne Moss.
No, it's not.
It's not, but
Carrie-Anne Moss did not age as well as this random lady did.
see, this is so hokey and stupid.
Well, no, I think it's genuine and sweet. I like
Yeah.
it. No. What does a person say when they're dying?
This is... Oh my gosh. This is so lame. She just happens to hang on long enough, so he grabs her hand, and they should back it up while he's talking to her so she dies instantly.
Oh, that's horrible. No. Yeah, inserting this back into the movie that, you're right. This is them hitting you over the head with it.
He's basically saying we're too dumb to remember what's happened in the movie
Yeah.
an hour and 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But why isn't the alien fucking killing him right now?
Well, that all happens in a flash. That's not.
Yeah, but it's still been sitting there for a little bit.
Well, yeah, but it's been abandoned on this planet. It's trying to be threatening and get something from them. And Meryl is just standing there oh, what's going on? Swing away.
Wait, that's a bat he hit the 570-foot home run with.
It is. It is.
Oh, I got it, bro.
There's a bat on the wall. And the alien's like, what the shit is that? Yeah, look, there's even a plaque for it.
Oh, see, there's the. Did they say 507 feet or did they say 570 earlier?
Oh,
Because that is a mess up in the movie.
I don't know. I mean, we were talking during it, so I don't think we were paying the most attention. Hit it. You're not swinging away, Meryl. You're swinging and then pausing. Just keep swinging, Meryl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It got wet. Ew. That CG is more dated than I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, this movie's, what, $20 million? Like,
I mean, it's not horrible, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
yeah,
care
and
about
in
that.
2002, yeah. It's just that that texture of
Yeah.
the skin coming off was just a texture. It wasn't actually like we were seeing the model itself
And here's the
disintegrate.
thing that's like weird too, though. I mean, there's so many like pauses and stuff, and the alien's just going to sit there and not do anything.
Yeah, it's not really fighting
And,
back.
and why is he
I
all of a
think that
sudden
has to
having
do
a
with
attack? Oh, I guess alien grabbed
no,
him.
the alien. Yeah, no, he was already. Yeah, the alien grabs him. He has an attack again. The alien sprays him with.
That'd be
with
awesome
stuff.
in 3D.
Yeah, I like that shot. That one's silly. I guess it's all one shot, but still. That shot of Joaquin Phoenix swinging that bat is cool.
Of course, this is my movie. Then I'd show its like face like starting to melt, and then he'd bash it over the head with it.
Yeah,
Blood going everywhere.
but it's a family film. They don't show, and I think what I was going to say earlier is I think that they probably just didn't quite know how or didn't have faith in the CG to interact with people very well, and so having like a big fight where like the aliens knocking Joaquin around the room and shit like that might be a little bit over the top. But it's also kind of what would be necessary for realism.
But you didn't need a CGI alien.
You're right. You didn't. And I mean, there's practical stuff in it, like the shot from next one where you see the legs. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember why you see the legs, but you see the legs for a second, and those are clearly practical legs.
And that's
But
it's
yeah,
not
they- yeah,
really
you're right.
an
They
M. Night
could have done-
Shyamalan problem. It's just I think a problem with movies nowadays.
Yeah. Well, and
is-
at this period, like, CG has come a long way in the last 11 years, in knowing how to deal with it in film.
Here's another weird frame
Yeah.
rate change.
Yeah.
But Mel Gibson's still great.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. I think somebody did.
Yeah, I did.
No, he didn't. He had asthma. The asthma saved him. Him being born with asthma saved him.
It's
So maybe it was his mom.
miracle.
His mom's like super bloodiness gave him asthma.
She held into her intestines just long enough.
Yeah. I don't remember where we're going. I don't remember where this ends.
I don't either.
Oh, it goes into a flash forward somewhere along here. And then
There's a lot of
Yeah.
fade outs in these too, like scenes ending.
yeah. See, I like the score right here.
No, it's good right here.
Yeah.
Not when it's trying to be cheese dick.
I don't think it's cheese dick at all. See, there it is. There's not a cross, but there's family there now.
Mm-hmm.
See, and he cleaned the wall.
Because that's what's the most
Like,
important.
A fresh coat of paint. Yeah. Well, it's not even like necessarily his kids, but it's at least people in his life again.
Yeah. Is he a priest again?
Oh shit!
Oh, he found his way.
All right, Mel Gibson. Now just walk out of frame, just ever so gracefully. You hear the kids laughing. Everything is good in the world.
You know what's hard in movies like this?
Your watch fits well.
When you have to do long takes is you have to do it more than once.
Yeah. Well,
As
no.
an actor,
Mel Gibson probably does. If Mel Gibson always walks out of the bathroom the first time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Night Shyamalan.
Knight is actually his middle name.
Is it?
His first name is Michael.
Nah, not as cool.
If it was just Michael Shyamalan, that would not be as cool.
Yeah, some people have to settle on
Middle names.
middle names. Look at him right there, Ray Reddy.
That's not a very good name.
Mm-mm.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Brazilian birthday boy, Kevin Perez.
Oh, he's Brazilian. I thought it was Mexico.
Me too.
Because
Well,
earlier
they did
they
have
talk about,
one in Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, well, earlier they talk about the first time they see saucers, like when the force field thing. That's in Mexico City.
So, James, is there any last thing you want to say about this movie and why people should watch it, enjoy it?
I like it. I like the movie a lot.
I think it's really overrated and still not very good.
I don't think it's overrated. I think most people
Most
don't
people
think
not
about
like
this
it.
movie. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people out there.
I guess in
going
my
like,
circles, people like it.
Oh, well, good. I like your circles.
Bo Hess artwork, Salika Shyamalan. Well, I guess if you're related to
Aw.
M. Night Shyamalan, you...
That's probably his daughter. He probably had his daughter come in and be like, "Hey, honey, draw some stuff, and I'm gonna put it in the movie."
And she got credit for it, so she gets paid.
Yay! Making money since she was 4.
And all I have to say is, I've been talking about it through the course of the movie, but this movie really feels like they're forcing you to feel certain ways and not very well written. And I can never get into it. And this is the beginning of the end for me for Mr. Shyamalan.
Yeah.
And some people stuck with him, but a lot of people did not.
Do you feel that same way about The Village? What is it about The Village you don't like?
I just don't think it's that good. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the twist, even though I saw it coming a million miles away. But
Yeah.
it's just something about it. I can't get into it. And I think maybe it's because I was soured so much by this one.
Yeah.
It's also probably the same reason why I might forgive a Sam Raimi movie for not being as good.
Yeah.
It's Sam Raimi. It's still good.
Right. Exactly. Because that's the thing. Like, I like this movie. I love The Village, though. And that movie is even more divisive. Like, that's really a movie where some people just watch it and they fucking hate everything about it and think
I don't know
every
too.
moment
It
is
might be
dumb.
one where I'll have
but-
to watch it again. I only
Yeah.
saw it once. I did not. I saw it in the theaters. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
And what was that? 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I've seen Signs a handful of times since I saw it the first time, and I do want to. Because I do like The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable so much that I do try to get into him. But
Yeah.
I just can't. I lost whatever respect I had for M. Night Shyamalan on these movies.
Yeah. And see, for me, it's hard because, like I said, I feel like his characters get more interesting as the films go forward, and then, man, then Lady in the Water and especially The Happening, those movies are just so fucking boring, and just nonsense. And I was really excited for The Happening.
I was too until I saw it because
Yeah.
it was rated R one, so I
Yeah.
was saying, maybe he's starting to make an adult movie, and
Yeah.
not that ratings matter that much, but
No.
when you're not shackled to
It says something about what you're
PG-13,
shooting
yeah.
for. Yeah.
but
And I did this experiment where for that movie, and I need to do this again, but for that movie, I tried to not see any trailers. I didn't want to know anything going on in, which is especially hard now considering what we do. But I thought, so even when the commercials would come on TV and stuff, I would cover my ears and I would not look at the TV because I didn't want to know anything. And then I went and saw the movie and I was like, oh, this is a failed experiment because the movie wasn't made better by my not knowing anything about it. The movie was just shit to begin with. I like the way that he builds suspense, and I think he just works for me. So even in that movie, there are scenes where he pans up and you see the window of the Jeep is unzipped a little bit and the air is getting in, and you just know these people are going to go crazy. And it's still that little bit of suspense functions for me, but that movie is still not very good. And then of course, Airbender is fucking trash.
So that was real commentary for Signs.
Yeah.
So hopefully you enjoyed it, and write to us and let us know what movies you would like us to do a commentary for. I'll also tweet it because you maybe don't want to listen to the sign or watch Signs. I'd never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it again with my commentary because it'll make the movie better.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening. This has been a Nebulous Visions production. I'm Ryan.
I'm James.
Thanks for watching Signs with us. See you at the movies.
Bye.